my
You
mic
ready?
audible? Yeah, yeah, but you're in charge of the topic, not
No,
me.
you the one.
No, Sako, you had a bunch of topics where you sent me that you're voicing.
I'll talk more about Cameroonian topics, so I don't think you're familiar.
I don't even know. I haven't watched news. I haven't
Hi
watched.
everyone, today it's another beautiful day, and I'm here with my boss, Alieh Kimbeng.
You got that right. I'm joking.
What are we
Hi.
doing today, boss?
So today we're going to be talking about trending topics. So actually, I don't know what we're going to be talking about, and I'm just going to give my fresh opinion from the topics that Nasako comes up with.
The first topic on my mind, sex tapes. A lot of them out these days, and even though it's really damaging, I personally I don't understand why people still do sex tapes and how it even gets out there. What is your opinion on sex tapes?
I think that personally, to me, I feel like when you're grown, you should be allowed to do whatever you want to do as long as it's not hurting you or someone else. So I'm actually not opposed to them. I'm actually more mad at the people who feel like they can just expose people online or whatever it is. It's like you should be decent enough as a human being to respect someone's privacy. Like, what do you gain from like posting someone's sex tape on social media? Like, to me, I actually look down on people who do stuff like that because it shows that you have no respect for yourself or other people. Like, what has somebody's sex tape got to do with you?
That's
Nothing.
true. And another thing is bloggers feel like they can always blog about things like that because they're looking for traffic. What is your opinion on bloggers actually using that to their advantage?
I feel like that's a tricky one, right? Because as a blogger, you can almost look at it like a journalist. Like you're just reporting on news. And sometimes you may post things like that. So I'm going to leave that at the discrepancy of the blogger. Just because it's like, maybe you need to set up boundaries and say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I want my platform to be. So I will never post a sex tape. If I was a blogger, I would probably never post a sex tape because those are the boundaries that I've established.
Not only about posting, but actually
myself.
blogging about what happened and using every information you have, like the people who were involved in the sex tape, their names and all their little details.
Okay, then that's, to me, that's wrong because that's almost like public shaming, and I'm 100% against that. Like, you shouldn't have to do that. Like, there are other ways that you can get traffic by doing or showing more positive stuff instead of just showing a bunch of negative things. Like, think about what that person has to go through, and especially in today's society, like, people have so many things going on in their lives. Like, a lot of mental health issues are rising. A lot of people are taking their lives. Like, you don't know what that person is going through, and your blog might be the last straw to make that person to take their life.
That's true.
So I feel like we just need to be more cautious and sensitive as a society about posting things like that.
You listen to Cameroonian songs?
I do listen to Cameroonian
You know
songs.
Daphne?
Of course I do.
So many people are complaining ever since she got married, she's not doing music anymore. What is your opinion on that?
I mean, girl, the guy got married. Let her enjoy her marriage life. Like, people need to chill. Like, let her take her time. Let her enjoy being married. Let her come back in a better creative space. Like, everybody needs a break. And if Daphne needs a break, Daphne needs a break. So people need to chill. That's how I feel about it.
God, okay, so Miss Universe, I think it happened a couple of months ago. One of the trending topics, you understand Pidgin, right?
Damn, of course I understand Pidgin. What do you think me for?
So one of the trending topics was the Cameroonian representative.
Oh yeah,
her outfit was actually, someone came out with this, I don't know, idea that her outfit, the designers stole the ideas from a Cameroonian, and they did not even want to give credit to this person, and that was the eve of, I think, they're voting or whatever. Now, first of all, do you think that was a good move from bloggers or to publish a post like that, or I don't know?
So are you looking at? Well, I'm honestly, I'm not even looking at it from the blogger's perspective. I'm looking at it from the person who did not give credit. Like, we need to learn to give credit where credit is due. You can always say, "Hey, I got inspiration from this person to build this outfit." Like, that's how you build relationships in your community, and that's how you guys grow together. You can't just take someone's idea and just claim it to be your own and feel like that's okay. That's never okay in my book. So, I mean, if the bloggers reported about it, they're just that's news. They just reported about it.
Okay, I think the question I wanted to ask was from a design, because I know you're into designs and all that, right? So many people appreciated the outfit. So many people appreciated even or different outfits. Uh, from a designer's point of view, how do you look at the Cameroon industry when it comes to like designs, fashion, and
I think Cameroon, not just Cameroon, but Africa in general, is just surrounded with so much culture, whether it's in our food, our clothes, everything that we don't even, that we take it for granted because we're just surrounded in this much culture, right? That maybe people come and, I don't know, appropriate or do whatever it is that external people tend to do. But I don't think it's an issue here of like cultural appropriation. It's more like give credit where credit is due. It's plain and simple. You get inspired from something, just give credit. If maybe you didn't know or something, like just own up to it and say, "Yo, I messed up," and give the credit. You can still you can still give it after. You know, maybe it's not gonna have the same impact, but no one is perfect, right? You just gotta own up to your shit.
Cameroon. So many people feel like the leadership is the problem. What is your opinion?
Well, leadership in Cameroon is
What do you think? It's because Cameroon is a beautiful country. We are reaching almost everything, but then we are down there. What do you think could be the problem?
I mean, I feel like that's such a loaded and complex question, right? Because it's not. Yes, leadership in Cameroon or in every country, or every African country, to be precise, is an issue, but there are other bigger issues, right? It could be us not going back to invest in our country, or the way that the country is set up, or the mentality that we have, or just the way that people like it. I feel like that's such a loaded question, and it's easy for us to blame the leadership. So yeah, I don't know how to answer that one. I don't know.
You've lived in America for some time now.
Yes, I have.
What do you think is the biggest problem our community have?
In America,
Yeah.
or
Our community in the United States, especially.
our community in the United States. So people are probably gonna kill me for this, but one thing that I say is I love Nigerians because man, these people have so much pride in their culture. Like the way that they embrace it, the way that they just step into it. I would say if you give birth to your child in space in Niger, man, the person must know how to speak their language, right? I think we just need more cultural pride and ownership in our community. Like whatever that looks like to you. Like cultural pride and ownership might look completely different for someone like me. For me, maybe it's putting on more of my, Ankara outfits, or just learning more about the diaspora. For somebody, it might be, I'm just gonna eat my traditional food at work because I don't care. I'm not trying to tone down who I am. So that could look different for every single person. So I think it's just really having that cultural pride and like owning who we are.
Which Cameroonian artists do you listen to and why?
Which Cameroonian artists do I listen to and why? I really like Mr. Leo. I like Daphne too. I like Tizi Panchal. They do make some good ass music. I don't know. I just love their music, the way it makes me feel. Not necessarily for like specific reasons. I just love their songs.
Do you have any specific Mr. Leo song that you listen
Alieh,
to?
whatever that one was.
What?
That
What?
one, I don't know the name of the song, but it's like the popular one. Alieh or something. You want me to sing it? You know the song.
Okay.
There's something Mr. Leo.
So you think? We have really talented artists, but then I don't see Cameroonian artists up there. Like if you're comparing with Nigerians and Ghanaians, and what do you think could be the problem?
I think first of all, right, maybe this is the excuse I'm gonna give for Cameroonians is that we're small. Nigerians like how many times our size, so they really got the population on us, and then I think also we don't put that much effort to like promote and support our artists. I'm guilty of that as well, and also maybe it's the genre of Cameroonian music now that has changed. Because when you listen to maybe things like Nigerian music, it's something that is appealing to the world globally. So maybe it's just their sound that is more appealing than the Cameroonian music. Because back in the day, like Makossa, Zouk, right? The Cameroonian music was popping. Maybe it's because it could resonate with people around the globe. And so maybe we just need to take a step back and think about who we're actually making our music for. Are we trying to just make it for Cameroonians, because Cameroonians do listen to our music. Are we trying to make it for, some global?
Do you watch movies?
I do watch movies.
Cameroonian movies?
I haven't watched a Cameroonian. Well, I watched Fisherman's Diary, but I haven't watched a Cameroonian movie in a while.
What is your review?
About what?
The Fisherman's Diary.
I mean, it was a really good movie. I liked it. I was actually really proud.
Excuse me.
I was really proud that the movie was on Netflix, and also, at least the support that I saw people giving the movie, like people were posting about it on social media and having these conversations about it. So yeah, it was actually pretty good to see.
So many people feel like we've had so many good movies, but they did not get the attention that The Fisherman's Diary got. Why do you think that specific movie was different? Do you have any reasons? Do you have any?
Well, I think first of all, it was on Netflix. Netflix is one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world, and also it was, you know how they show like the what do you call it, upcoming, or actually, it's not the upcoming, but Netflix has this thing where they show you when releases are coming up, right? So I think that played a major role too, and also marketing, because people were talking about it. I think even Daphne posted about it.
She's in the movie.
Exactly. Before the movie came out. So it's marketing. It's like you can have the best movie, best everything, and you put it under your bed. No one is gonna see it.
True.
So we need to learn how to market ourselves. Like marketing is, it doesn't matter whether you're a business, a person, like anything. The way that you market yourself is how you're gonna sell. So we just need to figure out how to market ourselves.
You traveled a lot.
I do travel a lot.
Why?
I love traveling. I love learning about different things. I love meeting people. I love immersing myself in different cultures. It's stress relief, man. I feel like I'm always planning my next trip on my next trip. I'm always planning a trip somewhere. I love traveling.
Okay. If you were not Cameroonian,
what would I be?
Yeah.
Ooh. If I was not Cameroonian, what would I be? That's funny. I'll probably be Australian, but I'll be black.
What is so special about Australia Australians?
I think Australia, especially Melbourne, honestly, it's a place that I would say stole my heart when I was there, just because the people are really nice. I don't know. I made some lifelong friends, and I think when I went to Australia, I was quite young, maybe 19, 20, and even though in most places, right, I was usually maybe like the only black person in the space or the room, I never felt conscious about the color of my skin the way that I felt in the US. So I felt almost comfortable. I mean, not 100% comfortable, because you still have those cultural differences and you still experience those discomfort. But it was almost like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just like this calming thing. And no, they don't have kangaroos running on the streets and all these wild animals. As people say, at least in Melbourne, they don't. I didn't see anything. Or Sydney, they do not. So I didn't see any of that. So I do love Australia. I'm actually going to go there next year.
Have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
I have been pulled over by a cop I'll say maybe twice in my entire life.
What was the experience?
I didn't have a bad experience. They didn't give me a ticket. They let me go. So I didn't have a bad experience. I've actually never had a bad experience with the police.
Can you narrate any of those situations?
Yeah, I got pulled over for speeding, and honestly, I wasn't aware of the speed limits, and it was late at night, and the officer was like, of course, I had an out-of-state driver's license, and he pulled me over. I saw the lights. I pulled over. Of course, black, self-conscious, all of that. I put my hands on the steering wheel before he came, and then he was like, roll down your window, and I rolled down my window, and he was like, okay, can I see your license and registration? I was like, okay, my purse is on the chair. I'm going to reach out to grab my license, and he was like, okay. So I took it, gave it to him. He went and did whatever it is that he was trying to do, and then left me off with the warning. And that was it.
Ever been racially profiled?
Ooh. Yeah, I think now that I guess I'm becoming more aware. Well, not now, because when you just move, at least for me, when I just moved here, I wasn't really aware of microaggressions and things like that. But as you learn more about those stuff, you're able to like easily see it when someone is being racist towards you. So of course, like I've experienced some form of racism. I feel like it's happened a couple of times that I can't even pinpoint like a specific experience right now.
What do you do when you're faced with situations like that?
What? Oh, I'm. It depends. It depends on the space, right? But usually, I try not to make the person make me feel small.
Mm-hmm.
I actually make myself feel like, you know what, I'm supposed to be here. I'm gonna be here, and if you're going to be racist,
Mm-hmm.
that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably talk to the person about it, if I know the person, because sometimes people do shit and they don't realize that that's what you're doing. But if I don't really know you, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a confrontational person, so I'm probably not gonna
So
confront
people
you.
can actually go to jail for being racist.
Yeah, but
Do you think
how
it's
many people actually go to
yeah,
jail
but
for
do you
being
think it's
racist, though?
necessary for you to report the situation every time it comes up?
Of course, because in this life, what you
Mm-hmm.
tolerate is what you promote. So if
Mm-hmm.
I have a zero racism, zero tolerance for racism
Mm-hmm.
policy, I should report it. There should even be more strict laws against racism
Mm-hmm.
and hate crimes. Because I don't think the laws are strict enough. That's why people feel like they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it.
Do you think racism is just a white against black thing, or even black people? Some black people are actually racist towards white.
Well, in order for you to be racist, you need to be able to have power
That's
over
true.
the other
The
person,
other
right?
person,
And so
yeah.
if we have to look at power dynamics in the US, who has what power?
Okay. Our community so divided. Do you think so? Small
Um,
Njangi house them, small groups, small village meetings, small we are Southwesterners,
Smart.
small we are Anglophones, small we are this. Uh,
I mean, I don't even know if I'm
Cause
educated or
you know the song "We Proud of Who We Are," right?
yeah.
When it came out, everybody danced to the song. I think this. I want us to talk about this. We all danced to the song. It was like it was just "We Proud of Who We Are,"
Yeah.
and then they did a remix, and then they make it very specific.
Uh-huh.
So it was just about the Grassfield people.
Uh-huh.
Did you notice that?
I mean, not really.
Yeah, because it was Bangwa, it was Bamileke, and it was people from, I think, some people from the Northwest region.
Uh-huh.
So that was making the song specific. Like when we said we proud of who we are, we were talking about.
I mean, what do you, like I can create a song to be proud of my village. They have a song called My Babenda.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I feel like sometimes people read a lot into things that you don't even
Mm-hmm.
have to be reading into.
Mm-hmm.
If, for example, I'm singing, "Oh, my Bamenda, thank you," or "Be
Mm-hmm.
proud of who we are,"
Mm-hmm.
just because I'm proud of where I come from, or I'm celebrating my
My
village
roots, yeah.
or my roots, it doesn't mean that I'm taking away from
From
you.
Mhm.
Like, why do we have to read into those little things and look for reasons why we should be divided? Like, people need to chill. It's not that serious. At least that's what I think.
Are you actually talking to me? Or
It's not that deep. I mean, if
am
you're
I
wondering,
am I people?
but maybe that's. But then again, I could see.
I just feel like some people exaggerate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people can actually use it in a way that it's kind of like it sends out a different message. Cause trust me, when the song came out, we loved the song and everything.
I mean, I still love the
until
song.
some people, some specific or some few people were making it look like, I don't know if it's a provocation or I don't something like, oh, we are. Because at the end of the day, it's okay for you to be rich, it's okay for you to be successful, but then when you want to force it down my throat, it becomes a problem.
Exactly, and I think everyone is entitled to feel the way that they want to feel or to react to things the way that they want to react. So, for example, I sat here and I'm saying that, oh, it's not too deep, whatever, right? But then again, I'm not going to dismiss someone who says, hey, I feel like that song is divided, because they probably have a reason. Maybe they have an experience that is associated with whatever it is that they're saying. And I cannot dumb down my experiences or my beliefs on them because they don't agree with me. Because it's their experiences. It's like, agree to disagree, we leave, we move. It's like, bro, imagine how boring the world would be if we all thought the same and agreed on every single thing. Like, that would be so dumb. So, of course, if you feel like it was divided, you can feel that. I personally don't feel that way, but again, it doesn't mean that it's the right way to feel. It's just the way I feel about it.
How do we even end the segment?
That's it. So end it. The way you end
I don't even know how to.
it. End your segment.
Oh, well, I think I learned a lot today from my boss. I think we should do this again and again.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
about trending topics.
I think
and
it's a good idea. And again, there's no right, there's no wrong answer. You know, people are entitled to, well, there are right and wrong answers when it comes to certain things. But on these topics, it's just how I feel about it. It doesn't mean that my way is the right way. It's just, this is how I feel based on my experiences and based on the person that I am.
That is small to read about for today. Catch us. Is it next Tuesday? Or?
Yeah, next Tuesday. Okay, go and
Can
get
you
you.
do?
Oh my God, go me so well.
No, that's your camera.
Wait. Like, you gotta be out here doing